Howdy, and welcome to day one of my Java coding diary. Today we'll be learning how to print text in Java. Okay, so in front of you, you can see that I have my IDE open. In this case, it is VS Code. I really recommend VS Code if you're a beginner coder. This system really helps to not make many mistakes, and it helps you code along with you. So it's extremely helpful. I find it extremely helpful, especially as I do still consider myself a beginner coder, even though I've been coding for a few semesters now. Okay, so we will be starting off by opening a new file. So in this case, I have a folder specifically for Java diary. So right here in the Java diary, next to it, you can see a little document, and the pop-up shows that it's a new file. So you click on it and you will be able to write it. So the first thing to learn about Java is that you must name your file what you're going to be defining your class as, because then your code will not run. It is quite different than other languages that I have learned before, specifically Python. So we're gonna be naming this Hello World, because this is what we will be calling our class. So right here, you can see how I name my file with capital H and a capital W. This is to differentiate where a new world begins and a new one starts. And then we're going to do .java. This is so the system knows that this is going to be Java code, not any other language. So we click enter and we have our file. Okay, I like to start my coding by commenting what I am going to be doing in this file. You don't have to do that, but I really recommend it to you, since it allows for other people to know what you are doing, and not only other people, other coders, specifically beginner coders. It is quite difficult to just open a code and try and figure it out, and there is no comments, because as a beginner you just see words in a file and are like, what? So comment your code, guys. It will be quite beneficial for you too, as you will get into the habit of it, and you will be able to decode your code better afterwards. Okay, so in this case, I'm just gonna do print. Okay, so that's our task, to print hello world. And then once we have that done, we can start coding. We're gonna start by defining our class. Remember to define your class, what you name your file. Okay. And if you saw those squiggly lines, that tells you how your class was not yet defined until you put your squiggly brackets. And this is the same for your whole code in this VS Code. It is quite helpful because of that. It picks up mistakes and things that you don't usually pick up as a beginner. So again, quite helpful. Okay, and then we are going to be using the main method in Java that runs. So this is known as public static void. And as you can see, we have a pop-up and the squiggly lines. The squiggly lines means that our line is still not complete. So you have to keep a lookout out for that and finish it. And then you can see the pop-up here that helps you with what you typed, and So it tells you that public static void mainstream, then da 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 da. So this is right. So we are gonna continue typing it because sometimes we won't have this, and it is crucial to know what your functions are. And there you can see that now our function is for printing is defined. What is, you see how that showed up? Okay, now it's right. This is a little mistake there. I am not sure what happened. Okay, now we are gonna be printing text into our console. So we're gonna use this system.out.print and function, and this will allow the code to be shown in our console. There is some other functions that do not allow you to print, and it's just like it will print in the console, but when you run it and it won't show. So that is just something that you learn along the way. But right here you can see that our function is system.out.println, and then we have parentheses, and then we have our quotation marks, and we have hello world. And you can see that there is a red line there, and this is because in Java, which is quite different from Python, we have to like end our code line, I guess, like if it was a sentence, because in Java we need this little guy, and this little guy defines our line code of code. So that should be it for our first coding. And then we're gonna run this so you guys can see. And in our debug console, you can see that hello world is printed. And if we can change this as well. We could do hello. And there you have it. So I hope you guys were able to learn a little bit more about Java and how to print. Please do let me know if you have any questions.